Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2, and today's our mod feature today, and we've got another truck to show you. So without further ado, let's just get right to it, shall we? Now, despite the fact that this is a Mercedes truck, you actually buy it at a Volvo dealership, because logic. So I'm just of course going to buy online, and it's right here, the Mercedes-Benz NG Sleeper. Although that's not actually what the truck is called. I believe it's Deutrans something, I believe. Anyways, its basic engine's only 130 horsepower, but it's got 2,500 newton meters at just slightly over 1,000 RPM, which is actually really good. I mean, you look here, 600 horsepower Mercedes, 2,800 newton meters, and this is producing only 300 less. I don't know if that's historically accurate, but it may be an adjustment the person made to compensate for the low power of the older trucks, so that to make them a little bit more game friendly for heavier loads. So without further ado, again, let's check our truck out. No. Company manager, there we go. I always forget. Okay. So, upgrade. There's only one cabin for the truck, as you can see. However, there is another chassis, which I really like the look of this chassis. Just the spray painted red. There are engine options, and funny enough, the most expensive engine really isn't the best engine. The best engine is honestly here. It's got 2,800 newton meters at 1,100 RPM, even though it's only 320 horsepower. 435 horsepower at 2,200 newton meters. I don't know if this is a mistake that the person made, or if this is like historically accurate, because horsepower does not always translate into torque. Yeah. And transmissions can make a big difference in getting torque. So I don't know why these numbers are the way they are, but this is actually the best engine for towing just because it has that extra down low torque. It's got the two basic transmissions, and then it has two modified transmissions. I honestly don't know what they do. There's no cabin options. The paint's funny enough. Blue is black. Aquamarine is kind of a ruddy dark yellow. Black is dark red. Bronze is light red. And white is orange. Because logic. Alright. There are two options for the top, but all they do is change the color. And I do believe that is a closer match to what we actually have. There is a visor. Kind of looks like your truck puts on a visor hat there. There's nothing in the mirrors, despite there being a spot for them. Low lamps. Now, I know I'm rushing on a little bit, and this is why. These actually do come with custom tires that actually belong on the truck. The problem is when I personally selected these tires, my game crashed. Yeah, it just boom down. Now that could be a confliction with one of the mods I have, but it honestly shouldn't be. The difference being is that I'm only running some trailer mods, traffic mods, and the truck sim map. So I don't have anything that actually affects truck appearance. You know, I don't have like shop mods and whatnot. But I'm not 100% sure. So if you decide to use this mod, maybe your experience will be different. But for me, I cannot show you the base tires. There is a video on the download where I'll link this, and you can check that out yourself if you want. They show the tires, but just word of caution, they may crash the game on you. So for argument's sake, and there's actually there's actually another one. Do I dare try this? Hey, it works. I'm like scared every time I push the button. Alright, well, I can't show you what this one is because that one actually crashes my game, but this one works. So we'll go with that. We'll go with the dark red tires. Why not? And I believe that's it for options. There's not a lot of customization on this. And interior customization, there's nothing. So we'll confirm our order. And I just want to check and see if there's any different paints. Again, there's black. That just comes out as orange. That comes out as brighter orange, dark red, orange, orange, orange. That's a really funky orange. That actually kind of hurts my eyes. That's actually kind of cool, keeping in theme with the truck. And then, can you honestly customize the color? Kind of looks like it. But I have a feeling it just kind of stays in the orange area. Yeah, it does. So I'm just going to cancel that. Alright, so you can't really customize its color all that much. Alright, so let's drive it. Now let's see if we can find a suitable short distance load from where we are. I'm driving this. Shouldn't I have been down here? Did it really move the truck up here? Or is the truck... Where is the truck staged out of? On right now, okay? New manager. Truck manager. I should probably do garage manager, huh? It's out of Berlin, so it says. Yeah, it's up there for whatever reason. Alright. Well, let's see if we can find a short run here. Actually, that's not bad. That's only 228 kilometers on a regular trailer, 20 tons. I wouldn't mind something heavier to put this truck to the test, but you're talking distance at that point with this selection. So this is 451. I'm kind of tempted to go with that one, just for the longer drive. Because they're both 20 tons, so, you know, you're 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. Except the difference is distance. Do I keep it short and sweet, or do I go long haul? Let's go for the longer one. It's not that long. Hopefully there are no more issues with this. That's definitely an interesting sound. I can say that much. Why is my steering wheel turning there? Alright, high beams. Let's take a look on the outside. Oh, it is definitely louder on the outside, that's for sure. Very basic. Very, very, very basic. No horn. Or at least no air horn. But the regular horn sounds like an air horn. So that's not bad. Alright, back inside. I still forgot to get the mirror mod, man. I'm killing myself here. Okay. Release the brake. Let's go get our cargo, shall we? Very, very small mirror, to say the least. But again, this is an old truck. It might have been a town truck, for all I know. It might have been a town truck, or, you know, very easily could have been a long distance truck. Because this is an old truck. Like I said, I believe it dates back to the 70s, maybe even further back. So therefore, you know, it wouldn't have the best vision because there wasn't that big a concern about it at the time. Looks like we actually have to turn here. It's definitely an interesting sound. I'm liking the sound. Hello. I'm not even sure how many gears we have with this transmission, just to be honest with you. Alright, let's take our DHL trailer, shall we? Should be fairly easy to back up. It's a very short wheelbase truck. Alright. Let's take a look again. Interesting. It actually looks really nice under the regular trailer. Huh. Ooh. Let's not crash into the... Okay. We need our, yeah. I'm doing, like, big trailer strats here. I'm loving the sound, man. Somebody should put this sound on. It's like Scania and whatnot. I'm really loving this sound. Definitely get a sense of speed out of the truck, even when it's only doing like 87 here. You definitely get a sense of speed, and I think that's because it's a lot lower to the ground than your average truck. I forgot to look over the interior. I'll try and do that when we get to the end. I should be in this lane. Quick breakdown of the dashboard. The steering wheel is really nice, and the dashboard, even without a dashboard mod, is fairly easy to read in terms of the speedometer. God, it just feels like I'm flying. Got a good view out of the windshield, despite the fact that the GPS unit could be put in a somewhat better spot. Not very fond of where the GPS unit's sitting, but that's a minor gripe at the moment. Those numbers for the engine could be wrong too. I don't know if it's the transmission or what, but I actually am having a fair amount of trouble building speed, despite the fact that it maybe even looks like to you guys. It definitely feels like to me like I'm bombing along at an unreasonable pace. The truth is I'm not. It just feels faster, and like I said, I think that's because you're much lower to the ground in this truck by all appearances. But as you can see, I'm having trouble in the higher gears getting up to speed, towing only a 20-ton trailer. Fortunately, the sun's coming up, so... Alright, you know, honestly, that braking's a little loud, but... Again, old trucks, they weren't as insulated, they weren't as soundproof. There wasn't as much concern about muffling the engine. So... it's very possible that it sounded that loud inside the truck. I love the window here on the left, that front window. It's got the old button push where you push the latch up and then the window pivots to give you that little bit of extra focus breeze that would like blow down by your legs. Well, now I do have some speed on, more speed than what I'd normally run, to be honest. So we'll let it slow down and then we'll lock in the cruise control, which this truck probably didn't have, but that's not any mod's fault. It's just something that's in the game that works for every truck. And I'm actually very thankful it's there. Otherwise I would kill my finger. Yeah, now something I don't like on the GPS, as I make my turn here, you can see that it's got the marker at the very edge of the GPS where I'm supposed to deliver, even though that's like 300 some odd miles, kilometers rather, away still. I really do like the way the dash looks. The smaller readouts on the right are a little bit more difficult. Well, this isn't actually the road now, is it, big man? No, it's not. They're hard to read. As a matter of fact, I really can't read them. But... one of those little jumping spiders crawling along the wall next to me. I don't mind. They're not very, you know, they're tiny. Their bites not really gonna hurt. And they usually don't bite people anyways. They help control the flies that get in the house occasionally. The weather's been really bad here lately. When I say bad, I just mean like real humid. It's been very, very, very humid here. Very humid, very, I don't know why my frame rate tanked there for some reason. And still tanked for some reason. Slowly coming back. And if I nudge you out? I honestly thought I had the room. I didn't. So that was 100% wholly my fault, obviously. I will blame it somewhat on that mirror. It's not very good. You know, it's accurate for sure. And I'm not going to mark the truck down because of it. Accuracy is better than functionality when it comes to doing a mod, in my eyes. So the transmission that I've chosen is indeed a 12-speed, which is nice. I think my cruise control got turned off. We'll try it again. Yeah, but I really didn't mean to clip that car. I had it like this inkling that he might be too close, which is kind of want to say, do you mind if I kind of nudge you out of the way? But I honestly thought he was like right on my tail, but not next to the trailer. Yeah, I do regret that. Yeah, but the weather here has been extremely humid. Even if the temperatures haven't been very high, it's been really, really humid, and so it's been really just really kind of miserable weather, you know. It almost seems like the sky doesn't know what it is. It says 11:20. It should be towards the afternoon. Yet I can still see like what looks like stars, man. It's kind of like the sky doesn't know where it should be right now. There's the sun. Whew. Yeah, I am cruising. Especially that we're approaching another, toll booth. Ah, my mind just likes to freeze, man. Right. While I'm here, I'm gonna do a quick. No, actually, my frame rate just came back up. So yeah, it's where I am. It's where I am, and that's fine. I'm not sure why it's down as low as it is. Maybe just too much traffic. It's not so low that I can't play it, and it's not so low that it looks terrible, but it's definitely noticeable. That's an interesting trailer. I know I've seen it before in other trailer mods, but I've always liked it. The 2 containers on the long trailer. I kind of figured this run would be mostly highway just by looking at the the route when I chose it. How it panned it out. It really just I apologize. Again, I'm not as critical of myself to make sure that don't get tickets on this account, because this is just about testing a mod. On my other account, my career showcase there, I really am critical when it comes to making sure I don't get those fines, man. I haven't been doing the greatest job of that, have I? Oh, are we really in like another toll bridge central? I'm just enjoying the sound of the engine right now. That is a really good sound. And I wouldn't mind hearing that sound on some of the other trucks. Or something similar, man. A nice deep growl sound to it, you know? We're definitely out in the countryside now, my friend. Let's stay off that, shall we? Alright. We don't really have that much further to go. 170 kilometers really isn't that far in this game. Nice helicopter going overhead there. That's pretty cool. I really do like a lot of the touches that Truck Sim Map brings to the game. I think they're really cool. Although sometimes, like if you're passing over a certain area, they have whatever the thing is for that area cycle just a few too many times. You may recall in some of my older videos would be like where a helicopter or jet would pass over, and because it took me so long to get past that area, you'd see it like do the exact same thing 2 or 3 times, and that kind of spoils the feel of it, you know. But you got to try and strike that balance, I guess, between oh shoot, I accidentally, yeah, I still have my lights on like a dummy. You strike that balance that when somebody passes through an area, they have a good chance of seeing it, I suppose. But then couldn't you just make it so that when the truck hits a certain point, it triggers the event to happen? Wouldn't that kind of make more sense? I don't even know if it's possible, though, you know. I couldn't even begin to design a map like this, you know, let alone actually program it into the game. That trailer looks a little overstacked, doesn't it? That just looks a tad top heavy. You really just get this, I can't state this enough, you just really get this sense of flying. I mean, it feels like I'm doing max speed in other trucks, even though I'm only doing my standard 100 kilometers per hour. It feels like, especially when I hit the corners, that I'm going so much faster. It really is amazing. Whoa, thank you. Yeah, I know I'm coming up too. Oh, stop it. I wasn't even that close yet. Let's do this. I don't know, there's something about this view that almost doesn't look right. It looks different for some reason. I want to get back in the truck before I crash. I think it's because of some of the settings I have. It looks a little bit more cartoonish. I suppose it could be. Only 70 kilometers left. This is going to be pretty quick. I really am glad I chose the longer run, because if I chose that 200 something, that probably wouldn't have been long enough. Well, it might have been, but still, I just feel like it wouldn't have showcased enough, especially considering that it's mostly this like really highway speed kind of thing. Oh, really? There's a difference when I hit the brakes too. If I hit the brakes just a little bit, I get just a little bit of that extra breakage sound. But if I really jam down on the brakes, I get a much harder braking sound. It's really nice. You'd be amazed at how many mods lack something like that. Maybe even the main trucks, to be honest. Oh, lovely. This, yeah, that's right. This wasn't even a pay one, so we got to go through at least one more. A couple people have asked about that hissing sound in the background. Sadly, there is honestly nothing I can do about that. It's not my microphone. I have two floor fans running in the background. They're the only thing I have helping to cool the room that I'm in. So I can't turn the fans off. I can't mute the fan sound out. So that sound's going to be there. And sadly, recording at night doesn't help, because the nights at this time have been particularly muggy and very, hot as well. So not much has changed, to be honest. It's just that it's really just that time of the year for the island of Maui. Things are just not very pleasant right now. Yeah, and here's our other toll booth. 15 kilometers left to go. This will be the last one. I can even see the delivery destination actually now. Oh, whatever. Again, I'm not as harped up on it on this particular account as I am on my main one. Profile, I guess I should say. Yes, yeah, have your $6 freaking for that pointless toll. Well, it's not pointless, but it seems $6 for a truck of this size is... Well, that's the first time I've seen the traffic not yield. That was actually pretty cool. I'm steering poorly now. The thing is I'm actually recording this today, the day that it's going up. I wanted to record it when I recorded all the other videos on Sunday, but it just didn't work out, so... It should be a nice standard corner. We're not hauling an extra huge trailer, so... I'm gonna let the revs go up here just so we can listen. Huh. Not bad. Not bad. Towing a DHL trailer, bringing it to FedEx. Oh, the humanity. Oh, I find that... Yeah, I definitely find that amusing. Now, hopefully this will be a relatively easy back-in. Hopefully. Sometimes the simplest trailers on the smallest of trucks can actually be the most frustrating. Nah, this is going to be really easy. We got it, no problem. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, okay, done. Alright, well, let's break down this model a little bit. I know I didn't look at the interior very much, but the interior of this truck is fairly basic, and I did look around enough to say it actually looks pretty good on the inside. It really does. The truck itself looks fabulous with all the spray painted parts, the chassis red and all that. That's really good, and I would also say fairly accurate, because a lot of chassis would be spray painted to help keep them from rusting. Not always, but there were times. The sound is amazing. I love the sound. The mirrors, you know, they're small, definitely very hard to see, but again, that could easily be more accurate to the time period. And again, I prefer accuracy over functionality. You definitely get an amazing sense of speed out of the truck. And that is because I believe you're situated much lower towards the ground. It's going to feel like you're flying, and you're coming into some corners, it's going to feel like you're going way too fast, when in reality you may not be. You really have to keep your eye on your speedometer to make sure that you're going a decent speed when hitting a corner, until you get used to it, if you decide to use this mod. Let's see what else. Not many options in the customization, but again, the options that are there stay true to the truck. Yeah, they stay true to the truck. They stay true to its look and what it would come with in terms of when it was available. So again, accuracy over functionality. Other than that, there's not much else. Like I said, the only drawback I really have found to this mod, the only single drawback I have found to this mod, is the fact that those tires caused my computer to crash. But again, did it crash because the tires don't work? I'm honestly going to lean towards yes on that one, but there is a chance that it crashed because it didn't like one of the mods that I had. Even though I don't have any mods that affect trucks, appearances, or shops. So there's that slight possibility, but I honestly feel like the game crashed because the tires are not working. But the other tires are working, and that's not all that bad. Plus, the standard tires that are available look pretty good on the truck anyways. At least I would imagine. The tires that were on there originally before I changed them over to the red looked pretty okay to me. So overall, the final verdict for this mod, I would say it's an easy 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. You know, it's not the fanciest. It's not the prettiest, but it is definitely one of the more accurate in terms of visually, in terms of what can go on it. The sound is really nice. Well, there is one more kind of odd thing, but again, I'm not penalizing it for it because my lack of knowledge. I suppose I could go and look it up though, but I'm not that like research in depth when it comes to this. Although I suppose I should be, and I really probably should start, but that being neither here nor there. The engines. A 320 horsepower engine having 2800 newton meters, a 130 horsepower engine having 2500, and then the 435 horsepower having only 2200. I don't know, that seems like it would be inaccurate to me, but I suppose anything's possible. It could have just been, you know, they didn't program it right. It could be that it is accurate to the engines of the time. It could be that they did it just to make the trucks more powerful in terms of the loads that they'll be pulling. Either way, they don't feel right, you know. So that's why I say an 8.9 or 9, even though I say I'm not penalizing it. I'm truly not. But, you know, the tires and, you know, there's a couple little nitpicks like the engine thing. I suppose I am penalizing it a little bit at least. That will just keep it from being a perfect mod. So, yeah, it's definitely really good. I really enjoyed it. I really like it. And I could see using it from time to time for fun over my standard truck. So, I would definitely look into it. But then again, don't take my word for it. Or don't solely take my word for it. Go and check your mod. Go and check the mod out for yourself. There'll be a link in the description below, and that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be one big bugger. I'm going to be signing out. I'll see you next time.